Hi, this is Oli Hille of chartofthemonth.com on the 29th of July 2014. Great to have you with me. Okay, please pause and read this disclaimer, and if you don't agree, as it says in bold at the bottom, please discontinue watching. Okay, so the trade and the chart that I'm going to look at today is short New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Okay, I want to start by going through the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, the RBNZ currency intervention criteria. First, the exchange rate must be at an exceptionally high or low point in the cycle. We'll have a look at a chart and see if that's true, but I've given it a tick. The level must be unjustified based on a range of economic fundamentals. Well, we'll have a look at that as well. Intervention must be consistent with the policy target agreements, which it is. Market conditions must be opportune so that intervention has a reasonable chance of success. Again, I'm going to argue that's the case. Okay, here is an announcement, some text from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand from last week. And it reads, over recent months, export prices for dairy and timber have fallen, and these will reduce primary sector incomes over the coming year. With the exchange rate yet to adjust to weakening commodity prices, the level of the New Zealand dollar is unjustified, my bold, and unsustainable, and there is potential for a significant fall. So that's the first time that I can remember that the Reserve Bank of New Zealand have used that word unjustified, and as you can see, part of their intervention criteria is that the level of the New Zealand dollar must be unjustified, and they are flagging that they now have that criteria. Okay, so let's have a look at the monthly chart of NZD USD to see if we are at an exceptionally high or low point in the cycle. And here we have the monthly chart of the New Zealand dollar going back 27 years, and you can see that by any argument we are certainly at the high end of the cycle. Even though the current monthly candle is red, i.e. it's down, we are very near exceptionally high levels, so it certainly meets the criteria in terms of the current NZD USD price. So yes, it is possible that the Reserve Bank of New Zealand will intervene and sell the New Zealand dollar sometime soon. It's possible. But I do not want to rely on that as my reason to look for shorting opportunities, because it may or may not happen. And also the RBNZ don't say when they're doing it, they say afterwards when they've done it. They don't flag to the market that they're doing it, although oftentimes you can see it show up in the price, obviously, because price falls quite rapidly with no news announcement. But I'm certainly not going to rely on that as my only reason to look for shorting opportunities. Here are some others. You may know that the New Zealand dollar US dollar is highly correlated, over a 0.9 or over 90% correlated with the Dow Jones index. And as I said earlier, today in New Zealand at least, it's the 29th of July. In the US it's the evening of the 28th of July. So we're getting close to the end of July, and August is the worst Dow and S&P month of the year since 1987. In fact, since 1971, just using another date range, had you invested in stocks only in the month of August, you would have had an annual average loss of 6.9%. So August is a very bad month for the Dow and the S&P, both since 1987 and 1971. And in fact, even earlier, if you go back, August is a very poor month for stocks. And as I say here, obviously NZD USD is highly correlated with stocks. So if stocks come down in August, we would expect NZD USD to come down because it's highly correlated. Okay, so history suggests that August will be a poor month for stocks. Incidentally, September is also a poor month for stocks, and it's even worse than August if you average it over the last 60 years. So we've got 2 months coming up which are very bad for stocks, and therefore by inference very bad for NZD USD. Okay, so based on history, August and September are likely to be down months for the Dow, and because NZD USD is highly correlated with the Dow, it's also likely, and just to emphasize this, it is not certain by any means. Nothing in the markets is certain, but it is likely that NZD USD will fall in August. And I bet you would like to know what NZD USD has done recently in the month of August. Well, in 7 of the last 8 Augusts, the New Zealand dollar has been down. So yes, there is nothing certain in the markets. There is nothing certain in this trading opportunity. But what I do like to do is try and find situations when the odds are in our favour. And currently the odds are in our favour for NZD USD to be down in August. Okay, when should you start looking for shorting opportunities? Well, the first day of the trading month is often the most bullish, so I'm not going to do anything before the 1st of August unless I think that RBNZ is intervening, or there's another news announcement that comes out before then that sets Kiwi off on the downward track. But barring any of those, I'm not looking for anything until Monday the 4th of August, and then I'm going to start looking for short trades. So that doesn't mean by any stretch of the imagination I'm going to wake up on Monday the 4th of August, wait for the market to open and immediately go short with a view to make money in the month of August. That is not sensible trading. That is not what this is about. As always, I'm going to be looking for and waiting for, from the 4th of August onwards, the following: a trend. A 4-hourly or an 8-hourly downtrend would be a good starting point. Momentum. Is there momentum to the downside? Is there support and resistance? Has price broken down through support and resistance? And is there some protection on the upside so that I can put my stop in place and have some protection? Are there any breakouts of key ranges? Are there any key news announcements? Is there possible RBNZ intervention, etc.? So the key thing here is I'm not flagging a particular trade on a particular day. I'm going to start looking for shorting opportunities from the 4th of August onwards. Okay, happy trading. I hope you trade well in the next month. Look out for the next chart of the month in August. This is chartofthemonth.com, and you're also welcome to visit my website, tradingbook.net. Happy trading. Take care.